Today we're going to look at the 2019 Turbo Builder set. This is different than the 2018 Turbo Builder set, even though there's no information saying 2018 or 2019. But this one is very different because it contains the Rabbit Raider figure and the Vertex figure with some new harvesting tools and some new weapons. It's got the same amount of building pieces down there, and so we're just going to open this thing up. It says there are 81 building materials, 4 weapons, 2 harvesting tools, and 2 figures. So I'd say let's not waste any time. Let's open this thing up. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back, and I've got it all laid out here for you. So what is it that's included? Well, we've got 27 wood building material that are figure stands. If you see that peg there, we get 27 brick building material and 27 metal building material. That's a lot of building material. I'm sure we can come up with something cool. We get a collector's guide. We get the Fortnite building tips and tricks. We get the Rabbit Raider figure, the Vertex figure, the carrot stick harvesting tool. We get the razor edge harvesting tool. We get a minigun. We get a legendary pump shotgun. We get a revolver, and we get a suppressed pistol. That's a lot of stuff, and that's pretty good. You could get something like this and have your neighbor play with you or something and get a couple people together. You've got one figure per person there. Well, I'm going to set these things off to the side because right now we're going to look at the figures because that's kind of the heart of all of this. So the first figure we're going to look at is Rabbit Raider. So look at that figure. That's cool. I like it. And he even has a little white cottontail on his backside. Isn't that cool? So the hood here does come off. Reveals his blonde hair and his hockey-like mask. And you can put it right back on. Now, I'm disappointed that these bunny slippers don't come off. Would that not be cool to have removable bunny slippers that you could put onto any other figure? I just find that cool. Maybe this will come off. It's kind of loose. That's kind of like I'm going to take that off. This is kind of like a secondary back bling. If we pull that up, look at that. He's got two holes in the back. So what's the point of that? Because it's glued on and it's stuck here on the front, so that doesn't come off at all. So anyway, he's got the standard range of motion. In fact, there's really nothing on here that, I'm going to drop him now, that makes it look like he's going to have any hindrance whatsoever. His arms rotate, the shoulders back and forth, the elbows rotate, and they bend if I actually bend it on the hinge. Well, there we go. His wrists rotate in a circle. There's a hinge. Let's see if I can make him look like a zombie rabbit here. His torso wiggles all the way around, and he is supposed to rotate out the waist, but it's a little difficult. There we go. I think you saw me rotate him. It was a little difficult. His legs bend all the way around. He has thigh swivels, but they're kind of tight. Mine's kind of tight. Let's try the other one. Yeah, it's a little tight there. Man, he's got double knee joint, and his ankles rotate, and they okay, here's the hindrance right here. He's got these kind of low-hanging pants, so yeah, they don't really move too much. He's kind of stuck at just walking around all sleepy-like, standing up. So that's the hindrance. You can't really hinge his ankles up and down. But if he didn't have those, you could. So anyway, and then this course comes off. I like that. You could put it on anybody. Look at that. There we go. So anyway, there's the Rabbit Raider figure. He is dressed in pink. He's got some purple. Oh, he's got egg grenades. Look at that. Yeah, his grenades are egg-like. He's got a little pouch on his left leg there that's got some egg decoration type of stuff. Yeah, he's really cool. All right, we're going to set him off to the side. I'm going to take a look at Vertex. Now, Vertex here is really neat looking. He's got this red and black textured outfit. I like this guy. This is actually one of the neater ones, I think. I do like Rabbit Raider over here, but I do think Vertex is actually pretty futuristically, technologically cool looking. He's got some very interesting angles and shapes and all sorts. But anyway, how's his movement like? Well, his head rotates all the way around, and he's got the hinge, lets him look down and maybe look up. We'll see if we can knock over the building material in the back. There we go. It's a little tough, but he can look up. And forever. There we go. And his shoulders rotate and they hinge. Okay, there's a hindrance right. Well, hey, that's kind of neat. That little piece of molding on the right elbow or right shoulder actually goes in under. This one was kind of stuck. There we go. So if you bend it just right, there's no hindrance at all. Look at that. That's really neat that there's enough room in there. The elbows rotate and bend. The wrists rotate and bend. Actually, that wrist is really pretty loose. He's got the torso wiggle, but actually, there's a little bit of hindrance here. There's some pieces right here on his front that kind of slow down. He can still wiggle around. And the rotation is kind of hindered due to this piece right here on his lower stomach area. So he can rotate about that far on his waist and about that far. But that's about it. If that comes off, you probably can go further. He could sit. He's got some rooms. He's got some really good leg wiggle, actually. And he's got the rotatable thighs, if the thighs will work, as opposed to having the legs rotate around. Double knee joints. Look at that. And, unlike Rabbit Raider, he doesn't really have any hindrance for his ankle hinge pivot. Like so. He could do some ballerina moves. Anyway, and the ankles rotate. So there you go. There's some points of articulation on how this guy moves around. Like I said, I think this guy looks really cool. But anyway, that's it for this video. We just took a look at the figures, looked at all the pieces. It comes with 81 building material. And their guns, and their harvesting tools. Collector's guide, tips and tricks. Thank you for watching. Let's set this guy up. Wow. There we go. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow on the next box set video.